Hey guys, okay, so today we're going to do a everyday makeup look. I feel like my everyday makeup look is what I always do on my channel, so this is nothing new. But if you're new here, welcome. My name is Holly and we do makeup reviews and videos on makeup for mature / over 40 faces, which is what I am. So if you want to see how I got this look, just keep watching.
Okay, so we're starting off with a lip mask and this primer spray. I'll put everything in the description so we'll all know what it is. This is the Revolution Pro CC Perfecting Foundation. Last chance for this guy. We're going to try it. It's awfully fair, so we're going to add a little bit of a yellow mixer to this. This is the LA Girl one. I think it's the matte version. So it really shouldn't affect the finish of this foundation, except for the fact that it does make it a little bit darker and a little bit more yellow toned. It was already yellow enough, but it was just too light. And as I'm dotting it on, I'm like, oh, that might still be too light, but you're going to see it will blend out perfectly and it won't be too light at all. I have a very dark face in comparison with my neck, and I have a ton of hyperpigmentation, so that's why it's such a drastic before and after, but you're going to see this blends out. And as a spoiler alert, it blends out very beautifully. And again, as a spoiler alert, I actually liked the way it turned out. The shade of it was good. And it just blended out really pretty. I'm also going to try this. I have a review on all of these products, I believe, and I haven't used this concealer in a while. I'll put it in the description what it is. I'll link everything now that I know how to do that. But it was just, I feel like when I first reviewed it, I was not the biggest fan, didn't think it was that amazing, and I am still in that state. It's okay. It did a decent job. It was a bit more on the matte side. It's supposed to be one of these long-lasting concealers, and I don't know, it just didn't impress me. And since this is the Kiko Milano full coverage foundation and concealer foundation, it's too fair for just to be a full under eye concealer, but it is just the right shade to put in this little hollow to sort of camouflage that bag that I've got going on right there. And we're just going to cover up those blemishes as well, and I've been loving to use this brush. I'll put it in the description what brush this is. It's a Morphe one, but I can't remember the number right now. And as far as the foundation goes, I know I said I ended up liking it, but one of the biggest problems that I've had with this foundation is the fact that it gunks up in my pores right there. But after blending it with my finger and then also dabbing over it with this sponge, I don't think the sponge matters what kind of sponge or the brand of sponge, just a sponge. It actually fixed the whole problem, so I was surprised by that. And then I'm going to spray some setting spray because I've heard that's a good thing to do, so I just decided to try it today. So this is not like something I do all the time, but I had the product sitting there, so I tried it. And I'm using the Winky Lux Diamond Powder Foundation, I think it is, and this is such a beautiful powder. I've talked about it before. I think it's my favorite one that I've ever tried, so there's that. And I also did really love the fact that the sun was shining in and all the powder particles was making me look like I was in some sort of space odyssey or something. That, or I was a lovely fairy princess. I'm going to use this She Glam, I believe it is. I think it's an under eye and full face setting powder, but I really do like the under eye setting powder, and for my entire face it's just so smoothing and mattifying without looking dry and crusty. And since I was a little bit nervous that my face might be a little bit too light, I decided to go with a bronzer today, which you ladies know that I never use bronzer, but I decided to use it today just to, I hate it when people say this, but to warm up my skin. Really just to make it look not so deathly, ghostly white. Especially because of all my hyperpigmentation and all that. I feel like it helped it to blend in a little bit better. And I ended up putting up a little bit more off camera. Time for some brows. This is the She Glam eyebrow pencil. I can't remember which one it was. I think they've got they might have 2 different kinds. Anyway, I've been so impressed with the She Glam products. You'll just forgive me for fangirling over them a little bit because they're just, I don't think I've had a single product that I got from them that I didn't like. They were all good. So good brand. If you're interested, you should check them out. Inexpensive, very nice brand. And this is a really good brow pencil. One thing I will say is that when you're brushing through your brows, make sure you don't have any brow dandruff going on. And it doesn't have to be from like dry skin. It can just be like different products that sort of collect in your eyebrows when you brush through them. They might come up, to the surface, and just make sure that's not sitting around. So this is the Fat Lash or Big Lash or something like that. I'll put in the description what it is. And I actually really like this mascara. At first I was like, whatever. It was a little meh, but like it's separating, it's volumizing. I do have to wipe off the brush really well so that there's not too much product, but it just makes you look like you've got a lot of lashes, and that's what I like. The only thing I don't like, I guess, about this is the formula is very thin, sort of inky, instead of like moussey and more on the dry side. So that might be the only thing that I could say that I don't like about it, but it also doesn't smudge very much. It's really good. I really like it. All right, and we're going to try this Milani cream blush palette. I've got a review on all these products. It was a bit more pigmented than I was expecting, and I don't know what it is about that cheek right there, but I feel like I constantly look unblended when I go through and watch my videos back. Like while I'm sitting there, it looks blended, but it's like when I look at that, like it just doesn't look like right there in that center of the cheek, it just doesn't look like it's blended. I don't know what to do about it. So make sure you blend your blush, ladies. This is my favorite gloss. It's the Hard Candy Glosstopia. That lip mask is not long lasting at all, and I don't really even recommend it. It made my lips more dry after a while, even though in the beginning it was a beautiful dream to put on. So as I always say, don't forget to thumbs up, like, subscribe, ding my bell, and I will see you guys in the next one.